Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well. Yes, different scenery. Everything's... The house is bedlam at the moment. At this very time of recording this, middle of having carpets done and flooring and that, and the house is a shithole and it's upside down and nothing's put back and new furniture has been bought, which I said in my last video that will go up before this, so you'd have heard it all before, so you don't need to know, do you? Right, we are back with another beer review, and hopefully this is going to be a decent one. Well, actually, I've already had it, so me saying that is bullshit, really, to be honest. But it's the latest offering from Stonehouse Brewery in Oswestry, which is my local brewery, and they've done a collaboration with Green Duck Brew Co, or Brewing Co, who I believe are out of Stourbridge, and this has been done as an 18th birthday collaboration. So Stonehouse, on the 31st of March, when this video goes up at 12 noon, Stonehouse Brewery would have been going 18 years, which incidentally is exactly the same day I started this channel. And this channel is 5 years old on the 31st of March. So they'll be 18 on Sunday when this goes up. And the channel will be 5 years old. So I thought it'd be sheer luck that this beer is brewed and come out at the time it has. Well, it's been brewed and done obviously for the birthday, but it's now to do with me. So yeah, so the beer that in question, it's been out for about a week now. I think it's the 26th today, 26th of March. It's been out for about a week. I picked mine up. When did I get mine? 24th, Wednesday today, so I picked them up on the 24th. It'd been out for a few days then, so I've tried it at the brewery and I have had a couple of bottles anyway, and I picked some up. And the beer we are on about, because I'm waffling on for so long, is a bottle of their Teen Angst, and it's a modern pale ale coming in at 4.3% in a 500ml bottle. Not sure exactly how much it was. I bought 2 cases of it. I think if you buy it in the brewery, it's about £4.50 a pint. But if you buy it in bottles and take it out and you buy it in bulk, you do get a much better deal. Trying to think what it was. Shane very kindly gives me 6 bottles, so the plan is to send them out. But I paid 42 quid for 18 bottles. It's about £2.50 each, something like that. So there we go. There's the artwork on it. 500ml, about £2.50 each. I've gone on for too long. Crushable collab to celebrate the 18th birthday of Stonehouse. Pale ale with Crush, Alicana, Nelson Sauvin and Citra hops. A teenage riot of mango, guava, citrus and white wine flavour. Stonehouse Brewery. And incidentally, let me just point this out before we get going. Honestly, I won't go on for too long. This is bottled. Okay, apparently Stonehouse are doing another beer collaboration with Green Duck, and that one will be coming out in a can, so I've heard. Green Duck have a canning machine. How good would it be for all you out there and me if Stonehouse and Green Duck could get talking, and maybe Stonehouse start maybe sending their beers there to be canned or whatever? But that would be really good. So let's hope that this has gone well, the next one goes well, and they can have a chat and maybe start getting some of their beers in cans. So I'm going to stop talking now. Let's get on and crack this beer open. I've been going on for way too long. I haven't got the Stonehouse glass. I'm using a dirty glass, I'm afraid. I've just reviewed a beer, the hopper out. But I also had one of these before that in there. So let's get it cracked. It is chilled. Let's see what we get. A modern pale. Now I've had this, so I'm going to be totally honest with you. It's very much trad style, and the modern side of this is with some of them hops. So the Sauvin hops, the Citra hops. It's very much a trad beer. It's on cask in the brewery, but it's using modern day hops. So there we go. Beer in a glass looks very much like the old hopper out sort of beer, golden to sort of amber looking beer. Not much carbonation going up. It's a nucleated glass and it's a dirty glass, and it is actually a cask beer if you like. We got about a finger ahead on top. Yeah, it looks a bit dull and boring, but I'll take the blame for that. So give it a swirl. Let's dive in on the nose, see what we get. Yeah, to be honest, obviously the nose isn't working great. I'll tell you what, when you have a fresh beer, in the sense that it's your first beer and it's a fresh beer and it's in a fresh glass, it's so much easier to smell things, but I will admit I'm struggling. That's it, I'm starting to get a bit more now. Like I said, I've had a couple of these already, so I know that it's not the beer. It's got a malty backbone, this beer. You do get the hoppiness and you do pick up different notes. You know, I'm going to go off what I've already had before over the last couple of days. So there is a slight sweet maltiness, and I definitely had grapefruit on the nose, with a few other sort of like fruity notes. They weren't massively punching then, and I don't think it's that sort of beer, to be honest. So I'm going to give it a top up. Make sure I don't spill any beer on the new carpet as well. So, Stonehouse Brewery and their collaboration with Green Duck Brewing Co., who are out of Stourbridge, if I'm correct. If I'm wrong, please tell me off. And their Teen Angst Modern Pale, 4.3%, 18th birthday beer. Cheers, Stonehouse. Thanks for all the great beer you've produced. And cheers, everyone else. Cheers. You definitely hit with the hops. You definitely get that. You get bitterness straight away. It's quite interesting, actually, because like I said, reviewed this with that Hopper Out Session IPA. Modern Pale, 4.3, Session Pale, if you like. Both beers very much traditional. This is very much traditional. And they're both, in a funny kind of way, they're both sort of similar, but this punches that little bit more. But we're not talking about that one now. We've done that one. Let's get on with this one. I'm going to say it's light. It is light. Probably better on cask. I've had a couple of them, but I don't always go down there and analyse the beer when I'm going there just for a drink. I go there to enjoy it rather than analyse it. But if I recall, much a better body on cask than bottle, which you kind of expect. It is 4.3%. Easy drinking. It does feel a little bit watery, if I'm really honest. It does feel a little bit, it's got that watery note in the back. And maybe it's because I've had one already, then I've done the Hopper Out beer and this on top. Could be that you know, but basically I could be saying that, yeah, it's all right for 1, 2. Once you get onto any more, it's going to start showing its thinness. But to a certain extent, that thinness makes a beer sessionable. It's not my sort of style of beer personally, which I should have said at the start, which you should know that anyway. So for me, yeah, the body's light. You do feel the carbonation a little bit. I wouldn't say it really roughens the mouth up, but you do feel it. You do get bitterness on the back end. Yeah, it doesn't ruin the mouthfeel. I wouldn't say it's the smoothest beer to drink, certainly out the bottle anyway. On the taste, like I say, the back end, you do get that bit of bitterness. that sort of kicks in. It's not too heavy. Probably goes along very much along the lines of what the beer is. 4.3% sessionable and that. So you do get that sort of light bitterness to it. On the front end, light maltiness. You definitely get all the hops. Again, they're very sort of, they are punching, they are there, but they're the sort of flavours, once again, that they're there all together. I think on the back, well, I said on the back, didn't I? Citrus hop, teenage variety of mango, guava, and guava, citrus, and white wine flavours. Am I really getting any of that? I wouldn't say am I. I'm getting a mishmash of hoppy notes, if I'm honest. If I was going to say anything sort of stands out, it'll be that Nelson Sauvin and a bit of citrus. I wouldn't say I'm getting mango notes, if I'm honest. Definitely not getting guava, I don't think. I think I would know if I was getting guava. I remember having the Brewdog guava, and as soon as I tasted guava, I was like, that's guava. I'm not getting that guava thing going on. And white wine flavours. Yeah, actually, yeah. You get that. Yeah, you definitely get the white wine, actually. And that is quite possibly the Nelson Sauvin. Yeah, you definitely get the white wine. I wasn't picking it up, but actually sitting there and thinking white wine, you get that sort of tartness that you get from the white wine. So yeah, I would, me personally, Nelson Sauvin, citrus hops, teenage variety, mango and guava. I can't really say I'm getting that mango guava thing going on, but the citrus and white wine is definitely there. It definitely gives it a little bit of a tang. .3%. Yeah, wow. It's funny actually. Yeah, you really pick up that white wine thing now. I wouldn't say you really get the 4.3%. It's easy drinking. I would like a little bit more weight in the beer, if I'm honest. I mean, these cask beers never tend to come across as good in a bottle as they do actually on cask. So I'm going to have to give it a little bit of leeway there. Yeah, it's all right. It's not one that is set in my world alight. It's a well brewed beer. Stonehouse always do well brewed beers. There's never anything nasty in there. I think I've only ever had one beer that I've actually thought, that was shit. And it was still a well brewed beer in a sense, but it really had nothing going on in it for me. But yeah, it depends on what you like. I like something a bit more punchy. It's very much traditional. It's got that modern feel with the hops. I've got quite a few bottles of it, so I will get through them. And I will be sending some out, so anyone watching, any of you channels watching, you know some of you are going to end up with this beer. But yeah, decent. If you like your old trad stuff, this is probably going to suit a lot more people. Just because it's not necessarily my kind of thing doesn't mean it's a bad beer. It's got everything. Well, it hasn't got everything it says on the bottle. I'm not going with the mango guava, but yes. Give it a go. Give it a go. Hopefully they will have an online shop one day. Hopefully they'll start putting beers in cans and you can get hold of them all. But if you are local to Austria, go and pop in. No doubt if you're in Stourbridge, they will have this in pubs round there. So that's it for this one. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Apologies for it being 15 minutes. Enjoy your Sunday, because that is when this will be up. And I will see you again soon on another one. Cheers.